Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah Harihi Om. Namaste. Hello everybody. Namaste. We'll go ahead and get started for this 30 minutes backbend practice. We'll start by sitting a cross-legged position, moving the flesh away from the sitting bones. Sit up tall, shoulders down the back. Go ahead and take some nice slow inhales and exhales. In through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. Breathing in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. All the way down the belly, all the way up into the chest area before you exhale it out. Just make sure the breath is coming all the way down and go all the way up before you exhale it out. Good. We'll get started lifting the arms up as you inhale and twist over to the right side as you exhale. Lifting the arms up on the inhale and twisting to the left as you exhale. Arms goes up, inhale, twist to the right as you exhale. Arms goes up, inhale, twist to the left, exhale. Arms goes up as you inhale, twist to the right, exhale. Arms goes up, inhale, twist to the left, exhale. Inhale, arms goes up and twist to the right, and then we'll stay here and breathe in and out. Kind of move the shoulder blades into the front body. Ground down through the buttocks. And then take your right hand out to the right and extend the left arm over the ear, and maybe the right elbow comes down towards the ground. From down, you can slowly take your arm up to the sky and over and forward as you bend forward over both of your shins. Once you come up, you can uncross your legs and then cross them the other way and take the arms up to the sky and twist to the left. Stay here as you breathe. Keep moving the blades into the back. Waking up the spine here. Then take your left hand out to the left and extend the right arm up and over your head. Maybe the left elbow comes down. Let the buttocks relax, let the hips relax. Good. To take both arms forward over the shins as you bend forward over the legs. Both of your shins, both of your thighs. Go ahead and come up. We'll take the hands behind. As you lift the hips up, stretch the front body by pressing the knees and shins and feet down into the mat. Tops of the ankles into the mat. Lift the hips. Good. Uncross the shins as you lift the hips up again and stretch the front body out. Roll the chest up and back. Roll the chest up and back as you ground the shins. Good. Come on out that one. Then we'll come up onto all fours, hands and knees. Put the knees underneath the hips and hands underneath the shoulders. Start to circle your spine around. Almost like you're trying to make circles behind you on the wall. Circle one way and then slowly the opposite way. I could do a little cat and cow. Good. With the hands forward, come on up into your first down dog. And then we'll roll forward and roll back like you're making spinal movement with your back here, the whole vertebrae. Get nice spinal movements, yeah, like waves with the spine. Back and forth. The knees can always be a little bent to make this easier. Come down onto your knees and roll forward like a little cobra variation here on the hips, shoulders down the back, and your chest slowly coming up for cobra. And then back into a little child's pose variation here. And again, roll forward, articulating your spine, lay all the way down on your tummy. And again, hands underneath the elbows as you slowly lift your chest into that cobra variation. And again, you're sitting back towards your heels. And again, you're shifting forward, laying down in between the hands. Finding a cobra again. Use number 3 cobra. And then back again. And up to downward dog. Take your right leg to the sky, bend the knee, roll the hip open. Then close the hip, the knee pointing in and up. And then take your foot to the outside, the right hand. Like a lizard lunge, move your hips a little side to side and back and forth here. To awaken those. Good downward dog. Take the left leg up and back, bend the knee, roll the hip open. Then you can close the hip again. And then step the foot outside, left hand. You can move your hips a little back and forth, side to side, right and left. And we are waking up those hips. And then downward facing dog. Come down onto your knees. Stand up onto your shins. Take the right leg forward on the toes. And then bring the right foot out to the right and back in front and out to the right and forward again. And so you're just going back and forth there. Forward and back, out and forward and out. Then take it to the right, and you can kind of rock to the right and rock it back into center, back out to the right. Just rocking a little back and forth there as I'm showing. Stay high on the tippy toes, and then bring the hands behind the head. Elbows pointing in. You're going to tuck your chin towards your chest. Turn to face the right knee. And then see if you can coil that upper back in. So you're rounding that back, trying to get your elbows down alongside the leg, trying to get the top of the head towards the leg, top of the head towards the leg, towards the right knee, towards the right thigh area. You're tucking in to stretch the whole left side of your spine, the whole left side of your spine. And then when you're done, the right arm goes inside the right leg and the left arm over the head for a little side stretch. You're also stretching the front of the hips here, the hip flexors, through the psoas. And coming up, and take the right foot forward and out to the right and forward and out to the right a couple times first. And try to lift the foot up. Without touching anything, you're just trying to lean a little back with your torso to lift that foot up. Find some balance, building some strength. Good. We'll straighten the front knee out, flex the toes up towards your forehead here, and stretch the right leg. You can lift that left heel up as high as you want. Flexing the right toes up towards you. Good. Downward dog, shifting into plank, laying down in between your hands into Sphinx, and the forearms lengthen down through your legs. Feel like you're pulling your elbows or your forearms close towards you, like you're pulling your forearms towards you even though you're stretching your chest forward and up, like you're moving your chest to the gateway of your shoulders, and your chin can turn a little bit around here to stretch the back of the neck. Hip stays grounded, then extend the arms forward, lift the right and left arm. And then you can take your arms a little bit out to the side like a little V shape and go up and down, and all the way out like an L shape, out to the sides, like a T shape, and lift the arms up and around. Circle the arms a little. To activate the shoulders, the upper back. Hands about down by the hips. Palms facing down, lift the legs, the feet, and you could turn, slide the hands a little closer towards you. The fingers are still pointing back, but the hands are right underneath the elbows. Shoulders the back, and try to lift the chest up. Find that little cobra variation here. Lift the feet again. Good. Downward facing dog. The hands are facing forward. Coming down onto the shins. And then take the left foot forward and left leg out to the left and forward and out to the side. Just going back and forth like that. put out to the left side. You're going to rock a little to the left and back into center and back out to the left into center. And then with the hands behind the head again, you're going to tuck your chin down towards your chest, firm the elbows in and turn around the back, getting your top of the head down towards your leg and up again. Crown the head towards the leg and back up. Yeah, good. Once you're done, left arm against the inner left leg, right arm over the head, stretching in the front to the hips. So as stretch here. Keep the buttocks into the body. Move the tailbone into the body. When you're done with the stretch here, we'll bring the left foot forward and back out to left and forward and out to left. And then we'll also see if we can lift that left foot up and down, up and down. So you're just leaning on that right leg. Good. Straighten out the left leg to any amount. Flex the toes up towards you. And the back heel can be lifted. Get that nice stretch. Good. Downward facing dog. We'll roll into plank. Lower all the way down. Find your cobra or your up dog. Roll the back of the chest forward and then downward dog. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Come down to a little squat. The heels can be lifted. The knees are parallel to the floor. Arms overhead. Twisting open to the right side. And then lift the arms up. And twist open to the left side. And the arms up again and open again. Then in downward facing dog as you stretch your back. Right leg to the sky, bend the knee, roll the hip open. We'll flip it backwards into wild thing. On that left side, and stretch and press into the right foot as well as the left foot. And come up around, downward dog. The left leg comes over towards the right and flip it backwards down. And press into that left foot as well. And then back to down dog. Down onto your knees, shins. Take the flesh away from the calves. Try to sit between the heels. You can sit on a block. You can sit on a blanket. You can always sit up. Or you can lie down on your back. You can also put a block behind your back. So I lay down, grab the elbows. I try to scoot my tailbone under. And stretch in the front of the legs, the hips, the flexors here, the thigh area. Breathe deep inside the chest cavity. Then we'll slowly come up again. Plant the hands in front and then stretch the legs into downward dog. Now bring the knees down for puppy stretch. Walk the hands a little forward. Press the hands deeply down, grounding into the mat to activate the upper arm muscles, the shoulder muscles, and let the chest melt a little further down. And then downward dog. Good. Stepping the right foot forward for a low lunge. Grab a hold of the left foot behind you. Bring that left foot forward, outside the hip. The right hand can stay on the thigh or next to the hip on a block. We'll straighten the front knee, half split. Toes flexing up towards you. Lengthen the heart on your forehead down over the leg. Good. Stretch your back, down dog. The left foot step forward, right knee down, low lunge. Grab a hold of the right foot, bring that foot a little closer. Find balance here, press down through both of your legs. Low belly scoops in. Once you're done, release the back leg, straighten the front knee, half split. Deep breath in and out. Good, we'll take it back to downward facing dog. And then the right leg comes forward into pigeon pose. Scoot the left knee back, scoot the left foot back. Once you find you can sit easily, you can always put a blanket underneath the right hip, but grab a hold of the left foot and bring that left foot a little closer. Deep breath here. A deep, good stretch as you inhale and exhale. Turn the left side chest forward. Move the chest upward. Both sides of your chest forward and up. As you let go, you could take your arms up over your head and grab the foot up and over your head. You may even need a strap to hold on to the foot with. Press down through your legs. You can scoot that right foot a little closer to the right and left hip. That right foot a little closer to the left hip. Once you're done with that little stretch, scoot the right foot again a little more forward and then lie down over the right leg, over the right shin. Take some nice slow breath down into your hips, lower back. Downward facing dog. But we'll take that right leg one more time, but just forward and slide it over to that right side falling star. Take some nice circles with the top left arm and then grab a hold of your foot with the left hand against the inner right arm. We'll find a figure 4 here in downward dog. So walk your hands backwards. And like a chair position with the figure 4. Arms can go out to the side, arms can go forward, either way. Hands comes back down, downward dog. The left leg comes forward into pigeon pose on your left side. Scoot the right knee back, scoot the right foot back, and then grab a hold of the foot, the right foot behind you, and get that nice little stretch. Turn the right side chest forward. Lift the spine upright. You can also take your hands up over your head and grab a hold of the foot, the arms overhead, or put a strap around the foot, scooting the left foot a little closer to the right hip. Once you're done, scoot the left foot a little more forward again and then lie down over the leg. Sleeping pigeon. Deep breath in and out. And once you walk your hands in, we'll plant the palms. Lift that back knee. And slide the left foot out to the right. Scoot the right arm up and over. Make some nice circles there. Then grab a hold of the left foot with the right hand. Lift it up and stretch alongside the inner left arm. Once you're done, find your figure 4 in that down dog and walk your hands backwards as you slowly find your chair. Figure 4 with the arms forward or to the sides, whichever works for you better. The spine is long, hands comes down, downward facing dog. Good. Scooting the legs forward, we're going to lie down on the back. Plant the feet into bridge pose. Feet underneath the knees. You can circle the hips a bit around, right and left here. Circle the hips to the right, circle the hips to the left in the bridge pose. I'd like to do it twice on each side, and then as you come down, have your feet as wide as your mat. Drop the knees to the right and left, like your windshield wiper, the knees right and left. The feet as wide as your mat, the legs are bent. Planting the feet back up into bridge pose. Circle the hips again, a little right and a little left. Another good way just to loosen up the sacrum and the hips and the hip flexors. And crawl your elbows in so they're right underneath you, the elbows, and the upper arms are grounding, and the fingers pointing straight up to the sky right above the elbows. And then lie down, upper back, middle back, lower back, and hips. Rest for a second. Go and take bridge again. Come on up, but then this time bring the hands alongside the shoulders and see if you can come up on the crown of the head. Move the elbows into the shoulders, shoulders into your back, and then down. See if you can lift your head up and come all the way up into full Urdhva Dhanurasana, full wheel pose. Stretch your elbows up into the armpits. Stretch your elbows up into the armpits. And then tuck your chin and slowly lie down. So plant the feet again, hands beside your ears. Come up into Urdhva Dhanurasana number 2. Ground down into the hands. Elbows lift up into the shoulders, into the armpit area. Stretching here. And then come on down when you're done. And rest. Deep breaths. We'll do that again, third time. Coming up on the crown of the head. Elbows into the shoulder area, and then stretch your arms out. Come into full Urdhva Dhanurasana number 3 here. Stretching. Press through the feet, press through the hands and arms. And just come a little more forward. Coming down to rest. Take your legs straight up to the skies. Cross the right ankle over the left and circle the legs around to one way. And then you could switch the other cross in front and switch the direction of the legs. This helps to relax the lower back, sacrum. We'll roll up and sit. Cross the shins. Come up to all fours. Downward facing dog, stretch. You can bend the knees, move the chest towards the legs. Good. Standing up onto the shins. Shins and knees are hip width apart. You're grounding down the shins and the feet, the ankles. Finding here your camel pose. If you can't quite get a hold of the feet, then grab some blocks next to the feet. Roll the chest up and back, roll the chest up and back, roll the chest up and back. Keep the tailbone in. As you come out of this one, we take a little child's pose. Good. Lie down on your back. Tuck your shins in, your knees in, your thighs into the body, in towards your belly, in towards your ribs. And then for a little twist, move your hips a bit to the right, drop knees on your left side. Open up the right arm. So you're trying to keep your knees in the height of your hips, in the height of your navel. Good. Scoot back in. Your hips comes a little to the left and the knees drop on the right side. And deep breaths, yeah. After the twist, you come back in. And we'll lie down for the final pose, Shavasana. So get nice and comfortable. Roll the buttocks under. Roll the shoulders under. Let the feet roll out to the side. Let the palms face up. And let the body become very still and quiet and relaxed. We'll slowly start to reawaken the body. You can plant your feet. Roll off to the right side. And use your left hand to press yourself up to seated. The way we started, crossing the legs, hands to the heart center. Grateful for our practice, honoring the light within you. Namaste. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks for practicing.